Okay, so this is a quick tutorial on how to build pregnancy pillows for your clients so that you can adjust them lying face down. So this is the one that we've done previously. The way that we did this was we chopped off the top and then we came in and we chopped out the belly scoop just like this. And then we also cut some holes for the breasts and chopped off the front of it right along here. So when you've got your pillow that you've got from Aldi or wherever, you can see that the height difference here on the top here is different, and we're going to go ahead and chop that all the way along. So the first thing we want to do is we want to take a marker and we want to come down about a hand width. So place your hand here, which is also about 10 centimeters, make a mark there, come across here, make a mark there, and then take a line, straight line, come across, and draw that line across the top, okay? We're going to match these up to the other side as well, so we'll draw another hand width off the top here. Draw a straight line across there. And then we're going to do the same again down the bottom here. So this time just 4 fingers on the bottom. 4 fingers, 4 fingers. And so we've got these 2 lines that we're going to draw. And these 2 lines are matching, taking off the top here of the big one and then taking off the front there as well. Okay, so the easiest way to do this is with an electric knife. These electric knives work amazingly. Go down to the op shop, grab one, or find one cheap secondhand. You can use a normal bread knife, kitchen knife, but this just seems to cut through the foam a whole lot easier. So we'll just turn it on. So we chop off that side there, then we're going to come down, we're going to chop this off here. Just fix that up. Alright, so now you're chopping your wedges down so that they're not so pointy. The reason that I do this is so that it takes up less space on the table, because sometimes their head will actually come right here, and if there's a pointy there, your headpiece or whatever, it'll cover that up. So it's a little bit easier to do it like this. Then we're making space for the baby, okay? So when we look at it side to side like this, we're going to take our marker and we're going to come on in, once again, about 4 fingers either side here. So 4 fingers here, 4 fingers here, and then when we look at the bottom here, got about 3 fingers on the bottom. So 3 fingers on the bottom here is where that's coming to. We're going to take that cutting there and we're going to come around, I'm going to draw a circle just like this. Should have been an artist. And so that's where that cut is going to come to on that side. On the front, when you're looking at this, you can see that we have the breast holes here, and then we have the cutout here for the belly as well. And so once again, we know on that side, so 4 fingers here, 4 fingers here, and then we're going to come down, draw that circle again, all the way up. Now, as you cut it, you can make it a little bit more symmetrical on both sides. It doesn't need to be amazingly perfect. When you look at this, you can see that it's actually kind of all over the shopping where I've cut it, and the front line isn't really that straight either. But you just go ahead and start the cut and get going, and then worry about it a little bit more later. And then for the breasts, we're going to have 2 holes that come down like this. Okay. Now don't be afraid to make the breast cutouts a little bit bigger, because usually they will appreciate the greater amount of space. And then leaving that little piece in the middle there helps provide the support on the chest so that when you push down from the back to make the thoracic adjustments, it's actually a little bit more supportive through there. Okay, so that's the start of it, and then we'll go ahead and we'll cut these out now as well. going to be able to cut all the way through it, so we'll do a couple of cuts. Come in from here. You might have to chop these a couple times or start with a shallower cut and then come in and make a deeper one again. Once you can take the top off, then you get a bit of a better idea of where this is actually coming to as well. And so then you just keep cutting it down a little bit more. So it's a little bit high right there on this side. So I'm going to cut that off. The great thing with this is you really can just carve into it. Got this one here, so we'll just chop that a bit more. Alright, that's a nice big space for the belly to sit. Now we'll go ahead and we'll go ahead and chop out the spots for the belly. My general advice would be do smaller amounts each time and then come back and cut more. There we go. So that's the front. When I go to do the back, I'm going to make the same cuts again, but then I'm going to go ahead and just do the belly cut and not do the breasts. And then that way when we put them together, we can move them closer if someone isn't that pregnant, or we can move them further apart if needed as well, if they're really towards the end. And that's how we do it. Okay, so making the second pillow. A couple of things I did want to say is this pillow is definitely a lot softer than the foam that I've used before. So I'm probably not going to cut out as much as I did on the previous pillows. And I just want to go ahead and chop this off like this. Nice and easy. And we'll chop this one off. There we go. Nice easy pillow. And now we're going to go ahead and draw the line here for the belly. Now, because most of Mum's weight and Bubs is going to be lifted up by the pelvis, we don't actually want to cut as big a hole into this one here. And so I'm going to go ahead and cut similar size here, so 10 centimeters, 10 centimeters. I'm going to cut down just like this, and then I'll cut in the top just like that. I'll try and match those up and get them to meet. then that's perfect for the second pillow. And that's, yeah,